Hi, everyone, and welcome to this session with Dr. Jennifer Chian, who will be discussing artificial intelligence integration in online higher education. Jennifer is an associate professor of learning analytics and educational technology at Louisiana State University. She serves as the editor-in-chief of the International Journal of Innovative Teaching and Learning in Higher Education and sits on the editorial board of the British Journal of Educational Technology. Great to see you, Jennifer. Good to see you again. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Caroline, for the nice introduction. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to join this session. I'm going to talk about AI integration in online education, specifically how AI is being used and the opportunities, potential AI has afforded for education, along with the opportunities, what issues, challenges, and what critical questions should we consider when moving forward with AI integration in online higher education. Next slide, please. Okay, so I'll start with the concept and technology of AI. The concept of AI has a history that spans several decades. Alan Turing, a British mathematician widely considered to be the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence, he published an article in 1950, and the first sentence in that paper is, I propose to consider the question, can machine think? Yeah, this is a very interesting and profound question, and I think it is still valid in 2024. The term artificial intelligence was first coined in 1956 during a workshop at Dartmouth College. The workshop was organized by John McCarthy and his colleagues. 1956 is often considered the birth of AI as a formal field of study. So AI as a concept and technology is not new, but now it has become the new electricity. Andrew Ng, many of you know, a computer scientist at Stanford University and Coursera co-founder, said, artificial intelligence is the new electricity. He also said that he cannot think of a single industry in which AI will not transform in the next several years. Sal Khan, the founder of Khan Academy, believes AI technology such as ChatGPT will be the new epoch. It is a new epoch, and it is the most epoch of the epochs. So Khan doesn't think ChatGPT is hype, and he went so far as to say in a TED talk that AI has a potential to effect probably the biggest positive transformation that education has ever seen. Bill Gates has said that this new wave of AI is as fundamental as the creation of the microprocessor, the personal computer, the internet, and the mobile phone. So in the realm of education, this technology will influence how students learn, how teachers work, and ultimately how we structure our education system. Next slide, please. On this slide, I'm going to talk about the current AI programs tools for online higher education. It is still in its infancy, but there are several categories of AI use that I will discuss. First, adaptive learning platforms and intelligent tutoring system. Adaptive learning platforms and intelligent tutoring system, ITS, They are a prime example of AI-driven digital learning for online higher education. The example programs I listed on the slide include Smart Sparrow, an Australia-based edtech company, Newton Alta by Wiley, and McGraw-Hill Education's ALEX is US-based. These programs utilize, based on their website, they utilize algorithms to analyze student data and dynamically adjust course content and delivery based on individual learners' ability level and learning pace. By providing personalized learning experience, these adaptive learning platforms empower students to progress at their own speed, receive targeted support, and ultimately achieve better learning outcomes. So all the programs I mentioned, just mentioned, Sparrow, Newton, and ALEX, can be integrated into a university's learning management system, such as Blackboard, Moodle, and Canvas. The subject areas are focused on the gateway courses such as algebra, geometry, biology, psychology, and economics. However, what is unclear right now is the effects of such adaptive learning platform on students' learning outcomes and the pedagogical framework for using these adaptive learning platforms in online or blended learning in higher education institutions. There are a few empirical studies currently I can find. Some people would like to differentiate adaptive learning platform from intelligent tutoring systems, but they really fall into the same category because there are no distinct and significant technological and pedagogical differences between these two concepts and technologies. And the second category of AI programs is natural language processing. These tools utilize advanced algorithms to understand and manipulate human language. For instance, Turnitin, it's a widely used one. Turnitin is an example of an NLP tool used to detect plagiarism in students' assignments by analyzing text similarity and providing the feedback on originality. Another prominent NLP tool is Grammarly, a writing assistant that employs NLP to assist users in enhancing their grammar, punctuation, and writing style. These tools demonstrate the practical applications of natural language processing, NLP, in education and writing assistance. The third type of AI program is automated assessment and grading systems powered by AI. They can overcome the drawbacks of traditional grading, which historically requires hours or even days or weeks to complete from the professor's end. With automated grading systems that can be finished in seconds, students can quickly access the feedback, which is feedback is very important to students' motivation, their learning, and growing in a course. So one significant advantage of AI grading is its consistency. It doesn't get AI doesn't get fatigued or biased, so it ensures every student is assessed fairly because AI follow the predetermined algorithms and criteria, and these systems make sure that each student's work is judged fairly and without unintentional bias. So as a result, the review process is neutral and fair. Of course, relying solely on AI for assessment and grading may pose challenges. Therefore, incorporating the human in the loop approach is essential. So the human in the loop approach is something I'll emphasize in this topic, in other topics. Okay, so grid Cope by Turnitin and CrowdMark is a Canadian-based edutech program. They are two examples of AI-powered grading and assessment tools used in higher education institutions. While these two programs are not widely used, like learning management systems such as Blackboard, Moodle, which almost all higher education institutions are using. AI-powered assessment and grading programs will catch up quickly to meet because they are highly needed by faculty and students. So this is the third type of AI use in higher education. The fourth type is content generation. Generating content is a forte of generative AI. Generative AI is good at generating content. So Gen AI, they can produce various forms of content, including the text such as OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini. That's a pretty powerful program right now. Gen AI can generate images such as the Midjourney Stable Diffusion programs, audio such as 11 Labs, videos such as Runway Gen 2, and even lesson plans and syllabi such as Brisk. This program I learned from my students who are teachers. And Brisk is a free AI-powered Chrome extension that can generate lesson plans, quizzes for teachers. So while numerous AI programs specialize in multimedia generation, as I mentioned, also like Canva, an Australia-based digital platform, there is a noticeable absence of a program that can emulate the role of a professor in planning, designing, and developing a course. The emergence of such a comprehensive program would be a dream come true in online higher education. Imagine such a digital learning platform which can generate a course that adopts a sound pedagogical framework and instructional design model and generate highly relevant learning materials in appropriate multimedia formats such as explainer videos, interactive videos, and infographics. So with such a robust learning system in place, professors can redirect their time and energy towards aspects of education where AI wouldn't be good at, such as building relationship, emotional intelligence, mentorship, and fostering metacognitive skills such as learning strategies and expert thinking in the field. Oh, next slide, please. So on this slide, I'm going to talk about two learning method or learning styles or learning, two types of learning enabled by AI. One distinct learning enabled by AI and relevant technologies such as machine learning and learning analytics is adaptive learning and personalized learning. Okay, so in current literature, These two terms have often been used interchangeably. What exactly is their relationship? Sequential, inclusive, or overlapping? In my perspective, adaptive learning is predominantly discussed within a technological context due to its reliance on machine learning, right? Machine learning enable adaptive learning. On the other hand, personalized learning is rooted in pedagogy. So with adaptive learning serving as a means to realize personalized education experience as an educational goal. Education has a long history of relies on one size fits all model, where students of all different backgrounds, learning abilities, and learning styles, they are expected to thrive in the same learning environment. This has often led to many students falling through the cracks or not reaching their full potential. In contrast, the concept of adaptive learning envisions a more personalized, customized educational experience for each individual learner. So with the help of AI and learning analytics is another field, but it is hugely enabled by AI machine learning. So with the help of both, we can look into both the big picture and the granularity of individual students' learning. So adaptive learning system can tailor instruction, curriculum, assessment, learning activities to each individual student's unique strengths, weaknesses, interests, and pacing. The dream of personalized learning is to create an education system that is dynamic and responsive to individual learners' needs. So this is the first benefit of AI-enabled learning type I discussed. The second one is teacher-student AI collaboration. The future of teaching and learning in the AI age, I envision will likely focus on AI integration and human-AI collaboration. This is why it is crucial for us, for educators, to begin exploring the competency of human-robot collaboration in education. This is an emerging area in educational technology. I believe that warrants attention very soon. AI should focus on mundane tasks, freeing up teachers to build relationships, nurture students, and cultivate higher levels of learning, such as problem solving and the 4 C's of 21st century skills, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. So because I'm in the field of teacher education, I have been thinking more teacher training is needed in this area in the future. So if an intelligent tutoring system can do a quicker, more effective, more accurate, more personalized job in tutoring your students, teachers could shift their time, energy, and talent to other areas of learning that AI is not good at, just like what I discussed, I mentioned earlier, like social emotional learning, creativity, team skill. Another area I envision that will be important in the AI age is the co-creation of new knowledge. That is an area both as a research and practice area that teacher education programs want to investigate in the near future. So next slide. So on this slide, I'm going to talk about the critical issues and the critical questions. Although AI presents vast potential and opportunities for education, as I just discussed, there are several critical issues and questions that warrant consideration as we progress. First, AI bias, AI hallucination, and ethical use of AI. These are the first issues I'll discuss. So the bias and hallucination, they are big issue, right? So when you have machine learning, the machine are going to learn from the data that exists, that we give them unless we do something else, something about it regarding the data. So they will learn our biases, human biases, and all of our problematic behaviors and serve them right back to us. So when we use any AI programs or tools, we need to be very cautious about what data these models have been trained on. The big tech companies such as OpenAI won't tell us this is a big issue. So I think that this is the central issue going forward, especially if we plan to incorporate AI technologies in AI programs into our courses. That's why critical thinking is an even more crucial skill in the AI age. When we say the ethical use of AI is the elephant in the room, we are acknowledging a significant and challenging issue surrounding the integration of AI in education. So the students' act of copying and pasting content directly from ChatGPT without even remove the questions or such issues underscore a pressing concern, plagiarism and academic integrity in education. These issues has been a persistent issue in education, but the emergence of generative AI has amplified their significance, making plagiarism, academic integrity even more challenging to address. So it underscores the need for careful consideration of the ethical implications of AI in education and the implication of measures to promote responsible usage. The second critical issue is the professional development of faculty in AI integration. When we reflect on the history of edutech, numerous examples of failed implementation emerge, often stemming from the meaningless use of technology. So this issue arises from faculty lacking an understanding of emerging technologies, technological affordances, and the corresponding instructional benefits. Therefore, prioritizing professional development becomes imperative to maximize AI's potential in education. Why we use AI, when we use AI, and how we use AI, these are some big questions faculty and faculty development instructional designers, they should consider when designing and implementing AI in teaching and learning. And I want to end my discussion and thought on AI in education with two critical questions. No answers yet, but these are the questions I'd like to ask myself, I want to share. First question, can AI assist us in observing things beyond our usual perception and in generating knowledge in ways that would be challenging without its assistance? So this question is about AI's unique affordances to humans and human learning. The second question, what do we gain and lose in the process of AI-enabled automation in education? So automation is the it's a key affordance of AI. And this question prompts us to contemplate the trade-offs of inherent in AI-enabled automation in education. What benefits do we gain? Efficiency. But what are the potential drawbacks or sacrifice we might make along the way? So I end my presentation with these two questions. Thank you for your time.
Jennifer, thank you so much for a presentation that actually sparked a lot of discussion in our live chat, actually. So we had some really good points being made there. And I think Sylvie kindly put a link in the chat for everyone for teachonline.ca. And so thanks again for putting the reference materials. A lot of thank yous, actually, for the informative conversation, Jennifer. We've got some questions, actually. Just wanted to ask you, Parisa, obviously, thanks you for the talk. She wonders if you could please elaborate a bit further on the pedagogical aspects of the intelligent AI-based tutor system, for example, compared with traditional systems. And she says, are those comparable, lacking some aspects, or advanced to some degree? What are your thoughts there, Jennifer?
So currently the AI-enabled ITS, the tutoring system, intelligent tutoring system, they are not that intelligent, right? Because my research area is to examine those big name ITS program from Pearson, from Wiley, from Carnegie Mellon. They are not new. They are developing, they are evolving, and they are becoming more and more intelligent. And for pedagogy, that's a very good question, because just imagine, a professor, with the availability of Pearson's math lab. They have for college algebra, or ALEKS, right? ALEKS from McGraw. Those programs, and how a professor, math professor, algebra professor, geometry professor integrate those ITS into teaching and learning. You cannot just say, this week, let's look into this topic. You self-learn. Go to that, ITS platform, figure it out, do all this problem practice 1 to 20. No, that it's not what we envision. The AI integration, human in the loop, is still the approach, the key approach in AI integration. So the pedagogy is still currently, that's a good question. I've been thinking about what the best technology integration framework for AI integration. I've been thinking about it. So someday maybe I can come up with a framework for this topic. Very good question. Thank you.
Well, Jennifer, there are a couple of things I think, just landing on the chat that's been happening. I wondered if I could ask you, what considerations should be taken into account when integrating artificial intelligence into online education?
The key considerations when integrating AI into online education. This question actually is the same as the first question. It's about the pedagogy, right? It's about the pedagogy. So, as discussed, AI holds powerful potential in education. So, many people consider it as a disruptive innovation, revolutionary, and I'm on that side. So currently we have generative AI, right? It's a dominant. When people talk about AI, actually we are talking about the generative AI. But think about its future development into predictive AI, prescriptive AI, interactive AI, and eventually artificial generative intelligence, AGI, and artificial super intelligence, ASI, which is still a hypothetical concept and technology, right? ASI is more powerful than human brain. Okay, so the hype with any technology, whether it be AI or not, has always come and gone. But I think after research and thoughtful evaluation of these technologies, regardless what flavor or what type of shape they come in education, I think at the end of the day, it always comes down to our more fundamental understanding of our learners, our students, and what our students need in relation to the technology. And so I think the AI integration, currently, the key consideration must be driven by the learners and the human side, as opposed to, we have to use AI. Yeah. Ask the question, why we use AI, when we use AI, and how we use AI, for what purpose. So everything comes down to meaningful use of a technology. So the primary consideration should be, what the purpose of using AI? Does it support the learning objectives of our learning task? We don't use technology just for the sake of using it. Just like a toolbox. Think of your technology as a toolbox. And we pick and use the right tool for the right task, right? We use screwdriver for some specific task. So in essence, AI is just a tool to humans, a very intelligent tool that previous technology cannot compete. So the essential question are why we use it, how we use it. These are the questions about instructional design. That's my field, instructional design. Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer. And I have a question here actually from Masoud, who has said, now some employers expect students to be AI savvy. How should higher education collaborate with employers in this regard, rather than just worry about AI's impact on academic integrity? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Reflecting on the history of technology, including educational technology, and whenever there is a disruptive technology like AI emerges, the release of ChatGPT on November 30, 2022, right? It's now almost 1.5 years old when it's released, and there is naturally a knee-jerking reaction to disruptive technology, either awed or feared. Awed because of it's so powerful, right? Just like ChatGPT. And feared is like, just like in the US, there are two biggest school districts in the US banned ChatGPT immediately in their school district. One is in New York, the other is in California. So it's natural, definitely. It's understandable. So these are the natural reaction, knee-jerking reaction to disruptive innovation and technology. So AI literacy, just like other traditional literacy in K-12 and higher education, numeracy, your reading literacy, your reading proficiency, numeracy, visual literacy, and your digital literacy, all those literacy, AI literacy, just like before AI literacy, in my field, we talk about computational thinking, right? Computational thinking, and AI literacy should be the fundamental literacy for current and future generations.
Thank you, Jennifer. And have you seen any good examples where higher education has collaborated with employers, for example, with regards to, students being more AI savvy? Just didn't know if you had an example or a thought around that.
Yeah, I know I can speak only from using the anecdotal
Yeah,
evidence because
yeah.
currently there is no well-established literature empirical studies. There are
Mm,
some, but it is before 2022. The literature review, meta-analysis, systemic literature review on AI in education, including higher education. So, but AI really becomes a big thing since November 2022. Yeah. 2022. So I think many higher education institutions, their reaction is pretty good, considering both plagiarism, academic integrity, but also they think about the power, the potential AI can provide to teaching, learning. But assessment definitely is a big issue. For me, when my student ask for, can I have the syllabus? I said, no, wait, because I'm changing my learning activities. I don't want to read 20 papers from
mm,
AI. So now
mm,
I'm turning it to more like a video, like video presentation. Okay, you can use AI to generate ideas, but when you present, it's a way for you to learn from AI, right? Because you need to disseminate, you need to share your thoughts. It's okay you use AI, but it's processed through your brain. It's a way
mm.
of learning. So that's an example of, faculty working with AI promote students to use it. But I have questions to ask you. You need to clarify, justify, and defend your points. So it's a way of really about thinking.
Jennifer, thank you so much. And I know you press the point of critical thinking a lot
Mm.
in your presentation. So it's been an absolute pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you so much. There's a lot of people that have joined the talk. There's a lot of conversation that's gone on, as I said. So really appreciate the time that you've given us today. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.